Welcome guys to the new video of Unqork. So we have few components left in the display and layout, which are like advanced data grid, freeform grid, uniform grid, and so on. I think view grid is also pending, and apart from that, field group. So uh, there are a lot of things pending in this, but to get the understanding of this fields or like this components, we need some knowledge of some other concepts of Unqork as well. So unless you are aware about that, it won't be able to, it won't be easy, or you will not understand that properly. So what we will do, we will like progress ahead with a new component inside this data and event processing. And as we go through this data and event processing, there are few things which is whereas decisions and data workflow and data table, which would help us to get that knowledge which is required as a prerequisite for understanding this grid. So we are going to come back again on this concepts or on this components soon, but before that we are going to see this section, which is data and event processing. Okay, so let's start with the component which is a file component. Okay, I will just drag and drop this file component here. So property ID, maybe let's keep as it is and label as file. Okay, so what is this file component is, if you like just close this, save and close. So this is the designer view you will get. So from this look and feel, you might have guessed that this is something like if we want to upload any documents or files in our application, then we can use this file component, which is readily available inside Unqork, right? So let's start with this. So we have this file component. I have just added the property IDs label. That's it. Other things are like predefined as per Unqork. Save and close. I will just save this and preview. So let's see how it looks on a screen, on a preview screen. So as we land on this, here we can see this one. So you can click on browse and you can upload anything you want. Okay, so you want to upload any file that you can select. Let's take this. That's it. So here we have uploaded this document, right, which is an image. So this is how this component works. So if we want to see again that data which is like associated with this file component, so again we will do that same step. It's to run the angular command, so the to see the data which is associated with this. So again here we will come here and we will identify this file component with its property ID. So the property ID was file. So here you can see this component or this key here, which is file. So if you expand over here, you can see all the details. So what it has stored is, this object is stored as an array, right? So it is an array of object. In this, one object is this image object. It is like stored here, right? So here we have this name of this, we have this ID, the size of that, and so on, I think type and all. So this is the ID, right? So this ID is something associated with this document, right? So what is this ID, right? So what happens is, as you all know, Unqork is something hosted on cloud, right? It is hosted on either Microsoft Azure or on AWS. So whenever we will use any file or document here, so that document is something stored in AWS, right? So when once it is stored in AWS, so this document is associated with a particular ID, which is this ID, right? So that is why we are getting this ID here, right? So if you want to grab that file which is stored in the AWS storage, then we will use this ID as something, a unique key, to get that document from it, right? Okay, but this is not a good way to identify or get the exact file data, right? Because here we just have a ID of that, right? We don't have other details of this document. So here what we will do is, here we'll come into this configuration mode of the file, and here we have this option which is parse files on upload. So what it does is, I will just quickly show you. So use this option. It also gives us a tooltip which says use this option if you want the base 64 representation of file to be available in Express, right? So as of now, as we had toggled off that button by default, we were not getting any base64 file. We are just getting ID which is associated with this file, which is anyways kept at AWS. So if I just refresh this, and we will again like put some random data, we'll upload random file on it. So let's take this, and now if you see this with the Angular command, what you will get is, now other parameters are same, but now you can see this data which is stored as a base64, right? So if you see this, this is a base64 format of this file which we have kept, and URL to grab that, this is the URL, base64 URL which is given here. So if you want to open this file in different tab, you can just grab that, copy this URL which is a base64 URL, and you can just paste. I think, let me copy this properly, copy string contents, and here I will paste this. So if I enter here, okay, so as this file is quite large, we are not able to open this indirectly URL, but yeah, this is how this if it is a PDF file, then we would be able to open this PDF file in the browser tab, because that is supported by a browser, but directly opening image is not supported. That is why we don't get any document inside it. So what I mean to say is, like, in this way we can store or inject our files into the application, and this is how the actual data of the file would be displayed, right, with this. So let's see few other things inside that, and let me show you one thing which is again required, and other things are pretty straightforward. Yes, so here it is giving us like option or a configuration window to set which format this file component should accept, right? So we need to enter those all formats, right? So if we don't want to uh, allow user to upload any kind of a data or any kind of a format file, then will not enter that. Okay, so by default it allows us to upload any format of data, but let's suppose if we want to just restrict user to upload this just JPG file, right, where it is given here, so that we need to give it here in this way. So it is JPG. Okay, so now the file component is only capable of accepting JPG format. So let's try it out. I'll just refresh this, and now let's try to upload any image which is other than JPG. Let's try to put this image which is of PNG format. So here you are getting this error as file type must be JPG, right? So in this way we can restrict the user to upload that kind of a file. Okay, so let's see now one more option which is allow multiple file selection, which means like allows end user to select multiple files while browsing from files to upload. So as of now we are only able to select one file, right? If you have observed, we haven't tried that here by doing that, but if I select this and select this too also, if I click on open, then it is allowing us because we have toggled on this button, okay, allow multiple file selection. But if I toggled off this and save and close, then in that case we would be able to select only one file while uploading that. Browse, if I click on select, I'm not able to do that, right? It's just I'm able to select one file. So this is the configuration we can do here with this. And again, if it is a image as we are uploading now, if you want to show the display the thumbnail of that image, we can toggle on this button, and that thumbnail configuration we can manage with this configuration box, this window, and other things, right? Drop and out labels, so drop, zone, label, text. So these are all the labels. I don't think I would require, I need to separately explain that in this video, because that things labeling things we have already covered. So basically what it means, I will just explain you on a higher level, which is we can control the label of this as well. If I want to change the label of this, instead of drag and drop your files here or browse, if I want to have some other text, customized text, that you can mention over here. Okay, so and these are like starting uploading message. So once that file is getting uploaded, that message comes, right? So that you can control with this, so on and so forth. So yeah, these are the cosmetic things or labeling thing that you can control from this window in this. And other things are here like required, customize, and yeah, also one more nice thing is like here we can control the size of the file, right? We can restrict the user to upload a certain size of files only with this option. So here we can set that maximum file size, and we can have some text, helper text here, that max file size, oops, size should be 1 MB. Okay, so that message will come. And again, this is something, if you are trying to upload more than 1 MB, then this is the message that will come if error occurs. So that is what we can control with these things. So yeah, that's it from this video. So we'll continue with the other components in the upcoming videos. Till then, if you haven't accessed the playlist of our Unqork tutorial, you can go to our channel and go to the playlist section where all the previously uploaded videos throughout the sequence are mentioned. So you can go through that videos. If any questions, put a comment on the videos, whatever the questions we have. And also don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.